Guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to talk about all things spirituality, spiritual awakenings, and just the signs that you're going through a spiritual awakening, because I went through not one but two spiritual awakenings. So I'm just going to give you some signs that you're awakening and kind of what to do about it. The first sign, honestly, that you're going through a spiritual awakening is a lot of the times you will have a period of isolation, a period of loneliness, maybe even a period of depression where you just feel like you are all by yourself, okay? And it's not glamorous. Like, spiritual awakenings are not glamorous. They are like, it's like a caterpillar turning into a butterfly and you're shedding your cocoon. Like, it hurts to shed the cocoon. So yeah, it's not that pretty. But a sign of that is if you, like I said, are in a period of isolation where you're just by yourself, you recently fell out with a lot of your friends. That's a sign that you are just changing frequencies, okay? A lot of the times you will stop being friends with someone, or you'll stop being friends with people because simply your energy has changed. You're in a different frequency. You're going to be attracted to different people are going to be attracted to you. And when you're in this period of isolation, like, the reason why it's a sign for spiritual awakening is because when you're by yourself, you can really face your own demons. Like, if you think about 2020, so many people awoke because they were by themselves. They had to be there by themselves. They had to face themselves. The whole veil was being unlifted basically on the world and at the same time onto ourselves. So people were just really like facing themselves, facing their demons. You couldn't go anywhere. Like, you could not go anywhere to escape yourself. And when you are faced with yourself and quote unquote you're by yourself, that's when you're able to like level up energetically, because you're able to do like the shadow work. You're able to face your demons, see what's actually happening. And once you do the shadow work, once you're seeing what's actually happening inside you, what problems you're having, you're able to level up, okay? And that's what a spiritual awakening is. It's like you are leveling up in mindset, in energy, in frequency, in vibration. But in order to get to that level up, you need to face yourself first. Like, you need to do shadow work. You need to be real with yourself and be like, hey, like, this is actually what's happening, like, in my life. These are my demons. These are my problems. And you might not be thinking this consciously, but there's a saying that God isolates before he elevates. And that's so true, because when you're by yourself, you literally cannot escape. You can't escape. You can't escape your thoughts, your problems, your subconscious mind. Like, you're just in your little cocoon before you face yourself and you're able to shed and become like a butterfly. Obviously, it's not it sounds way easier than it actually is. But yeah, that's a really big sign of, yeah, going through a spiritual awakening, is if you have a period of loneliness. And this is also called a dark night of the soul, when it's spiritual depression. It's when you're just facing yourself, you're facing your soul, and eventually you're going to face yourself enough that you level up. Because that's the whole point of life, I think, is to just keep on leveling up and leveling up and leveling up. So yeah, that's one sign that you're going through a spiritual awakening. And don't worry if you're there now, like, it is temporary, but it's just kind of the work that you cannot avoid yourself forever. So if you want to be a more conscious person, you want to level up your life, you want to level up yourself, like, you have to face yourself. And there are periods of time where you just have to do that by yourself. Other sign that you are going through a spiritual awakening is if you see angel numbers everywhere. Okay, angel numbers obviously are signs from your angels, from your spirit guides, that they're around you. And obviously every single angel number has a different meaning. It could be honestly the meaning when you Google it, but it could have like its own meaning for you. Seeing a bunch of like angel numbers, because your angels and your spirit guides are around you way more during this time, because you're awakening, you're raising your vibration, you're going through this metamorphosis. So I see it as just like support of like, hey, I'm just way more tapped in now. I'm way more in tune with spirit, with the universe, with my spirit guides. And that's why I'm seeing so many angel numbers. And yeah, I just see it as confirmation of, hey, like, I'm on the right path, or hey, like, I'm not by myself actually. Like, even if you think you are all alone, you're never actually all alone. Like, you always have spirit guides and your angels and God, source, the universe with you. And the thing is, most people don't open up that channel of communication, right? They don't build a relationship with their spirit guides or their angels, but you should. Okay, like I have, the battery's gonna go exhaust, but I have a special sign. I tell my angels, hey, can you send me this? Like I will talk to them. Even if I have like a question where I'm like, oh, I don't know if I should go to California or I should go to San Diego, I will tell them, show me X if I should go to San Diego, show me Y if I should go to Texas, okay? And I will tell them, give me a super specific sign. Like I'll tell them, give me a bunch of blue stars, a cluster of blue stars, and show me a cluster of yellow stars if I should go to this place. And I just let it go. And I will literally communicate with them because they're always listening to you and they're always there to support you. The thing is, the divine can't help you if you don't ask. You have to open up the channel of communication for your spirit guides to start talking to you, because unless you're in a life-threatening situation, it's like not right. It's in universal law, like angels and spirit guides can't intervene unless you're in, literally it's a life or death situation, unless you ask them. So I always ask my spirit guides for life advice, like, or guidance, like where should I go, like what should I do, like what's better for me. And I also have my own little sign with my spirit guides, just kind of as confirmation. Like it's like an angel number but on steroids, because whenever I see this object, I know, okay, like my spirit guides are guiding me. It could be they're guiding me. One time I saw this shampoo and my sign was on the shampoo, and I was like, oh my god, someone from my spirit team wants me to buy this shampoo, it must be amazing. And I bought it and it was the best freaking shampoo ever. It can be big things, it can be small things, but whenever I see this sign, it just makes me feel more connected and more supported. And yeah, I just think that's super important when you're going through a spiritual awakening, to just open up the channel of communication with your angels and your spirit guides, because they want to help you. You just have to be the one to open up your hands to them. Yeah. What happens, or a sign that you're going through a spiritual awakening, is you just feel way more in touch with nature, or you will, like, everything just looks a little bit brighter, like especially nature. Like, you know how you've seen those TikToks where it's like, oh my god, as kid, like it was like the bright filter. It's like, oh my god, like as kids, like the world looked this bright, and as you get older, people literally see the world like in a more gray scale. And even biologically, I think when people get older, they see the world like a little bit less bright. Well, when you go through a spiritual awakening, you are just at such a heightened vibration and level. I notice for me, whenever I go through one, nature around me, like the clouds are just clouding more, the sun is sunning more, like everything about nature is just way brighter, and you're appreciating it more, because obviously nature is a part of God, source, the universe, and you are just way more connected to that. And I know everyone says like nature gives you peace, but that's actually so freaking true. Nature does give you peace, because you are just one with Mother Nature, with the universe. And in this spiritual time, in this divine time, you're going to be noticing it more, and you're going to be called to it more. Alright guys, my freaking battery died, so I'm just going to use this camera. But I was saying before that when you go through a spiritual awakening, you are just at a heightened level of sensitivity, right? You're just going to be more sensitive to your own energies, to your own frequency, and to other people. So you're just going to be noticing, you're going to be able to like have more discernment around people. You're going to be feeling other people's energies, if they're a good person, if they're not a good person, if something feels off. But in general, you're just going to be more sensitive, right? Because you've been in a period of isolation for a long time. You've been in your own world. So when you're leaving and going and talking to other people, you're just going to be more sensitive to them, to their energy, to their frequency. And sometimes I feel like when I would go to parties, like I would be just overwhelmed, because I'm like, oh my god, like this is so much energy, there's so many people here. I'm so used to being by myself. But it's honestly, I think it's good to be more sensitive to other people and their energies, because you're gonna be able to pick up, like I said, if they could be a good person, if they're a bad person, if it's good energy, if it's bad energy. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep it at that. So I hope you guys enjoyed my video, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.